This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So now in today's session, we are going to discuss about different layout managers available in our Java. So if you see, first let us discuss about layout manager. So in the name it says what layout. This manager is going to arrange the components in a container in a particular way. So here we are having to arrange the components in a container in a particular manner. We are having layout managers. So already you know what is meant by a container, what is meant by a components. For example of container, we can take applet, window, frame, etc. So in that container, if you want to arrange a components like label, next one is buttons, next one is text fields, etc. into that containers, we need a layout managers. For every container, we are having some default layout managers. That means if you are not going to assign any layout manager for your container also, inbuilt there is a default layout manager is there for every container. So whatever the requirement you are having, then you can use those type of layout managers. So see, the layout managers are used to arrange the components in a particular manner. So layout manager is an interface that is implemented by all the classes of layout managers. That means there is an interface called as layout manager, so which is implemented by all these classes. Whatever the classes you can see on the screen, all these classes are going to implement an interface called as layout manager. So here if you see, we are having, there are many layout managers are there. In our screen you can see only some important layout managers. So among these also, we are not going to discuss all the layout managers, only whatever the layout managers that are available in AWT we are going to discuss today. Okay, first one is border layout, which belongs to AWT. Next one flow layout, next one grid layout, next one card layout, and next one grid bag layout. Among these five, already in our lab sessions we have seen one or two layouts. Okay, so initially let us discuss about flow layout. So in the name it says what flow. So before going to flow layout, I will show you one small example how the components are going to be arranged in our flow layout. So if I am going to consider any container, let us consider it is a applet, or it may be any other frame or anything. It is some container. If I want to arrange the components in this, that means what, in this container. So how we are going to arrange by using the concept of flow layout. So let us consider I'm going to take a buttons. So see here, so here one button is placed. Next, after that one button is added. After that one button is added. Flow means what, here it is going to be arranged from top to bottom, left to right. See here, from top to bottom, and from which side, left to right. So now see here, if I want to insert one more button here, is there any space? No. So that again it will go to next line. In this way it is going to arrange. So next, let us consider, if there is no space here to arrange some other component here, again it will go to here. That means what, first initially it will start from here, it go on arranging the components to the right side, and after completing the size of the if it reaches the end of the or boundary of your component container, then it will come to next line, and it go on arranging the components in the next line until the boundary, and so on from top to bottom. So this is about your flow layout. Okay, now let us see about flow layout. Flow layout is used to arrange the components in a line. So if you see here, in a line, one after one in a flow. So flow is in this way. It is default layout of applet and panel. So that means what, already I have discussed about, for every container there will be what, some default layout will be there. So this flow layout is a default layout for your applet and panel. That means what, if you are going to use an applet or a panel, if you are not using any layout managers, by default it is going to take which layout, it is going to take a layout called as flow layout. Okay, so let us see some of the fields that are going to be available in your flow layout class. So if you see here, left, right, center, leading, and trailing, these are the five different type of fields we are having in our flow layout. So you can understand easily what is meant by left side, what is meant by right side, leading, trailing, center. Easily you can understand these different fields. So I will show you the example where I have used all these type of fields in my example. So in the same way, we are going to have different type of constructors also for this flow layout. So already you know what is meant by constructors. Okay. So see, for this class, I'm going to have three constructors. So where you can have first constructor without having any parameters. So if you are not going to have any parameters, what happens? So see, let us take one container and I will show if there is no concept of having any parameters. Let us consider this is one container. It may be any container. So in this container, I am going to follow a flow layout without any parameters. So I am going to arrange add of some button. So it is arranged. After that, what happens here? If I want to insert next component, it may be any component, it may be button component, label component, or it may be any component. So here, after how much distance from this component, next component has to be inserted. So that is not specified here. So by default, this having what? 5 units distance. That means 5 units distance. After that, it is going to print some other thing. After that, 5 unit space is going to print. Next, after this line, next line has to be started from where? From here itself, or it has to take some space. It has to take some space. That space is by default 5 units. This space is what? By default 5 units. Okay, that is the concept. Next, so if I want to arrange my components in from left side or right side or from in center or leading or trailing, I have to go for flow layout. By default, you are going to arrange in this way by using this particular constructor. Now I am going to pass one parameter which is nothing but alignment. So I have to use which alignment? Either left, right, center, leading or trailing here. So whatever the alignment you are going to use, in that way your components are going to be printed on your or arranged in your containers. So what is the default distance? Same, default distance will not be changed. Sir, I want to change default distance between horizontal gap and vertical gap between the components, sir. Then I have to go for third constructor. Here I have to provide alignment, and here I have to give what? Horizontal gap. That means how much gap it should be there, and vertical gap, how much gap it should be there. I have to specify. If you want to specify on your own how much gap there should be in between your components, then we have to go to third constructor and we can specify here horizontal gap and vertical gap. You can give 10-10 or 5-10, anything. How much space you require between the components, you can specify here. What is meant by this alignment? Alignment means what? Maybe left, right, center, leading or trailing. Same concept here. In these both concepts, we are going to have what? Default gap is there. That is what? 5 units. But what here? Here we can specify our own horizontal gap and vertical gap. Okay. Now let us see the example so that you can understand in detail about this flow layout. So see, first I will show you the example and after I will execute this example also. So if you see this example, clearly you can observe what here we are going to have, I'm going to create a frame. Remember one thing, here I'm not going to take applet, I'm going to create a frame. So already I have discussed what whenever we are going to consider applet or panel as a container, for that default flow layout is what? Flow layout. But here I am considering what? Frame. There will be some different layout is there for the frame. The different layout, different default layout for this frame is what? Border layout. Here I am going to consider frame. So what is the default layout for frame? Border layout. So, but here I want to demonstrate what? Flow layout. So I'm going to use the constructors of flow layout on this frame. If you are not going to use any flow layout constructors on this frame, what happens? By default, border layer will be applicable. So that I will show you all the different cases on this frame. So see here, how many buttons I'm going to create it? B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. So I'm going to add these buttons onto where? Frame. So for this frame, I have named as what? Flow layout manager. That means here name will be printed. What? Flow layout manager will be printed. I'm going to add the buttons. So for example, here one button is added. Here one button is added. Here one button is added, for example. So size is completed. Next it will go to here and it will go to here. So see here. Here we are having what? I am passing a name of the frame. Okay, till now I didn't set anything. So if I am not going to set anything, what happens? This is not the case. What is going to happen? But in this example, I have set the flow layout here. See, If I'm going to use default, if I'm not going to get any one of these statements, then what happens? Only one will be displayed here. Don't worry about border layout. We will see it later. Now let us take about flow layout. If I'm going to use this layout, see what I'm going to set. F dot, for setting a layout, I'm going to use a method called as set layout. For adding the components to the container, I'm going to use a method called as add. Okay, so f dot add means what? I am going to add some component called as b1, which is button, to the f means what? Frame. So in this way it is going to be added, but on by using which layout? So here I am going to set what? For example, I'm going to consider this line now. Which layout? Set layout is nothing but flow layout without any parameters. So in this way it is going to be arranged. So I want to know what is the size of this frame. Compulsory size of the frame should be there. So I am taking size of the frame as what? 300 into 300. Let us consider here, I have considered about 300 into 300. So let us consider here 3 buttons are placed in a first line. If I play, for example, if I place 500 into 500, then in same line there may be a chance of having what? 5 buttons. It is based on the frame size, the number of components can be arranged. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this program. So already you know what is my f dot set visible of true. To make this frame as visible, we are going to use this set visible. So now I want to show you the example by demonstrating all the alignments here. Okay, now we are seeing about flow layer. Okay, initially I have not arranged anything. I have not placed anything, I think. So you are going to get which layout manager? If it is by default, you are going to get a border layout. Okay. So let us see which type initially, what is the program that is present. So see, here we can see flow layout example. So see here, I have not taken anything. Oh, here I have taken something. So I will remove this one now. That means nothing is there here. Nothing is there means what? I have not set any layout for this F. So by default for frame, which layout is going to be there? That is border layout by default. So now see, I will execute the program once again. Now see. So now what happens? It follows what? Border layout. So it follows border layout. What happens? Only one button is going to printed. Sir, why one button is going to printed? So what happens means I have not set the borders. So when you go to border layout, you can understand all these things. If I am not going to set any border, so what happens? It will take center. So first one will be printed on this one. Later I'm going to add what? See here. If you see this example, B1 is there. So first B1 is added here. That is what? 1. Later B2 also added. On button 1, button 2 is added. And so on. How many buttons added? B5. If I am going to comment this one, what happens? You are going to get a answer as B4. Last one is what? B4. So you will get what? B4. I will show you that example also. So if you see everything, you will not have any doubts. So that I'm going to show every small example, small variations also. So see, now if you see, we'll get what output as. Sorry, I have not saved this one. Okay, now I have saved it. So see, now it is what? 4. Because I have commented 5. So if I am commenting this one, you will get 3. If I am commenting this one, you will get 2. If I comment this one, you will get 1. Okay, it is default layout manager is what? Border layout. So it is in that way. Now I am going to show you what I want to set my frame as set layout as new layout. That is what? New flow layout. Now you can see what is the output I have shown you while explaining the flow layout. So we have to save this one. Now see. So see here, all buttons are in one line only. So it is enough. So if I name, so you can observe, see, why the button is very small? Because the value is only, the characters are only one. If I change the content that is present here, for example, I'm going to tell ONE1, next TWO2. Next, if I change these things, the button sizes also will be increased. You can observe that. 4, 5. So now see. Okay. See, now see, button size is increased. Okay. If I go on increasing the size, for example, here I'm going to keep some hi, how are you in one button only, for example. Now the size will be what? Very, for first one, that is what, for first button, the size will be more. So automatically, whenever one line is going to be, first line is going to be filled with some components, automatically next buttons have to go to where? Next line. So see, in this line only 4 buttons are inserted because the boundaries are reached here. So it goes to next line. Okay. That is the concept. Now, I will take what? I will comment default constructor. I want to align something. That means I want to pass one parameter. Okay, here space is what? 5 units. Okay. Now in this I will show space. So right element I have taken so that your buttons will be printed where you can observe here from right side. So see, right side it has printed. So it is not easy to understand whether it is printed right or left. So if I take small buttons, you can observe easily whether it is small or sorry, right side or left side. So if I say take small values, your buttons will be very small, so that you can observe clearly. Okay, now see. Okay. So see, right side all buttons are printed. In the same way, if I am going to use any one of these things, you are going to get what in that particular alignment. For example, I will show one more thing. That is what center. So I'm going to take center as my alignment. So all the buttons will be printed where? In the center. See. So see here. In center, those are printed. Okay. In the same way, leading and trailing also, based on the alignment, those are going to be printed. So this is about your flow layout. Okay. Next, let us go to next layout. Right. So this is about your flow layout. Next one is border layout. So tell me, border layout is a default layout for whom? Frame. Just now we have seen. So border layout means in the name it says what? Borders. If you are going to take any container, it may be frame or it may be anything. So see here, if I take any container, it may be frame or it may be applet or it may be anything. How it looks like in this way. So 4 sides will have these are called as what? Borders. 1, 2, 3, 4 borders. We can consider as one is what? East, west, south, and north. It is what? Center. That means what? If we want to add any components in it by using a border layout, we can insert how many ways? We can have how many borders? 4 borders, and one is center. Total 5 we are going to have. Okay. So this is one border, this is one border, this is one border, and this is one border. This is remaining one is what? Center. Now see, the border layout is used to arrange the components in 5 regions. What are those regions? North, south, east, west, and center. Each region may contain one component. That means what? Every region can contain how many? Only one component only. So it is default layout for whom? Frame or window, or frame and window. Okay. Now see this for frame. What is the default layout manager? Border layout. And also for window, border layout. What about for our panel and applet? It is flow layout. Okay. Now let us see the example and constructors to explain to demonstrate all these fields of your border layout. Okay. Now here what happens? So border layout, 2 constructors we are having here. One is what? It's empty constructor. So in this empty constructor, what we can see? borders are going to be components are going to be arranged in the borders but without any gaps. I will show you the differences. Okay, no problem. That means when if I am going to use first constructor, between the components I will not have any gaps. Sir, if I want to get a gap between the components what I have arranged in the borders, so then I have to go for second constructor. So now I will demonstrate about these two things in my example. Okay, now, so I will show you the example also, border example. So see, in this example, you can observe what I am going to create 5 buttons: north, south, east, west, center. These are our names, own names. So I am going to add all these things. For example, if there is no concept of these things, for example, if I am not having these things, and just I am going to add without specifying any border, that is north, south, or what happens, let us see. So you have to understand. Okay, now first I will show this one. So this is border example. So initially I'm going to consider what, without taking any border, that is north, south, east, or west, or center, I'm going to add the button. So only what, it is going to add center only. Why it is going to add center? In previous example I have shown you, if I'm going to remove this one, what happens? It is going to print what, west. If I'm going to remove this one, what happens? It is going to print east. If I'm going to remove this one, south. If I'm going to remove this one, north. Okay, this is the case. Now I am going to modify this one. What I am going to do, I am going to specify add button b1 in which side, north side, and add b here. See here, if you observe here in this program, I have not placed the set layout. See here, if you observe this one, in this program I have not set the layout. Directly I'm going to use, and I can see the output as border layout only. Reason is here I'm using what, frame. For frame, default layout is what, border layout. If you are going for any other container like applet, their default layout is flow layout. If you want to demonstrate border layout in applet, then we have to set layout as applet in that set layout as flow layout in the applet. But here where I am demonstrating, I am demonstrating in a frame. By default, what is the layout manager for our frame? Border layout only. So no need of again setting set layout of border layout. Okay, so that I have taken directly in this way. So now what happens, tell me. So button 1 is added at which side? North side. Which button b1 means what? In that we are having a string called as north. In that button it is going to print as what, north. Okay, right, I will show you now. Oh, I think I have not saved this one. See here, if you observe now, I have not saved this program. 1 minute. After removing this, I think I have not saved. So nothing is added on this frame. So now let us save this one. So now see, you can clearly observe what happens here. First button 1 is added north side. Right? Don't worry about sides. Sir, is it north? Is it south? Is it east? Is it west? Don't bother about all those things. It is based on internal Java. It is going to consider as east. It is going to consider west side. It is considered as center. It is going to consider as north. It is going to consider as south. Okay, don't bother about all those things. Now, so button 1 is at which side? North side. Button 1 means what? North. So to easy understand, I have placed north only. So button 1 here it is added. So here, see here, there is no much space here. Okay, sir, if I want to keep space, then I have to create which constructor? Second constructor, by specifying gaps or spaces. Okay, this is about your what is that? Border layout. In the same way, we are having what, sir? If I want to have these spaces vertically, horizontally, otherwise bottom, top, left, right, I want to keep my own spaces, separate spaces. So see, this space should be separate, this space should be separate, this space should be separate. So you can place all these things where if we go to second constructor, spaces, if you want to provide spaces, You can go to second constructor. Now, other concept you want to see what? This is a container. Here I want space between this button and this container. See here, it is also a container. This is border. Up to here it is border. So before border, without having any gap, button is there. In the same way, this is border. Without space here, south is added. In the same way, here it is border. Without space, button is added. In the same way, here also without any space, button is added. But now what is the concept? Means I want some space between the your container. That this is what this is entire thing is what container. And these are what components. If I want space here and here and here and here, then I have to go for a concept called as insets, not insects. It is a insets, insets. So it is a small concept, it is easy concept, so you can observe now. So now I am going to show you a concept of insets. So see, if you want to leave some space between the container that holds your components and the window that contains it, to do this, override the method called as get insets. What is the method I have to use? Get insets. So I will show you that. So in that, in get insets method, I have to throw an object called as an object of type insets. Inside that I have to pass 4 parameters. Now let us see what are those 4 parameters. One indicates top gap, the space at the top side. That means what? How much? See, how much space you want here. Next, second one is what? Left. That means how much space here you want. Next, third one is what? Bottom. Not this is top, this is bottom. Top and bottom are not aside. So top is first. Next one is what? Left. Next one is bottom. Next one is right. That means in this way we are having the parameters. So that means what? Now I will show you the example here so that you can understand clearly. So in my example, what I have taken, I am going to take applet now. So for your sake, I have taken applet now. So if I am going to take an applet, by default, what is the layout manager? It is what? Flow layout. But now I want to demonstrate what? Border layout. So compulsory, I have to set layout as border layout. Okay, right. Now I will show you the example for that. So my program name is insets demo. So as is an applet program, I have to use what? Applet viewer space insets demo.java. So now you can clearly observe. So see here. Now see this program and this output. So color is what? Cyan. Some color I have added here. So border layout. I am going to set layout as what? If I am going to comment this one, what happens? Automatically your applet follows what? Flow layout. Then you cannot observe anything here. Okay, right. Now by default it is going to call what? When I am going to call this one, it is going to call insets. Insets means what? Directly it is going to follow these 4 things. Okay, remember that 10 20 10 20. This is what? Top. This is what? Left. This is what? Bottom. And this last one is what? Right. Okay, now let us see that. So if you see this one, first one is what? Top. The space is what? 10. So here space is what? 10. Next left side space is what? 20. See, somewhat more when compared to this 10. Next bottom is what? 10. So this is 10. Last one is what? Right. Right is what? It is 20. So if you observe this one and this one, both are same. If you observe this one and this one, that is what? Left and right, both are same. This is what? Top. This is what? Bottom. So all here these two are 10 and these two are 20 and 20. So this is the concept of insets. Okay. So I have demonstrated insets concept by using applet. Right. Now third one, grid layout. Very easy and already we have seen this concept in our calculator program in your lab session. So grid layout is used to what? Arrange the components rectangular grids. One small example for this one is calculator. If you see a calculator, so I will show you the calculator here so that you can understand easily. So it will be easy to demonstrate for you. So see, here I am going to show you one calculator. So in calculator, how the buttons will be there? In the form of grids. Otherwise, if you see your mobile, there are 2 options. One is what? One is your list view and another one is Another one is what? Grid view. So grid view, whatever general view is what? Grid. See here, each and every button is arranged in grids. Okay, these are called as grids. So here we cannot say this one is arranged by using a grids, sorry, grid layout. I will demo. It is arranged, for example, it is arranged in the form using grid bag layout. So I will demonstrate this grid bag layout later. So already you know what is meant by grid layout. That means what? The components are going to be arranged in the grids, in the form of grids. So we are having three constructors here. First one, what? If you are going to create empty constructor, you are going to get what? One column per component in a row. Okay. Next, generally we will not use this one. We will use second one. That one is what? Int rows and columns. That means what, how many rows you want, how many columns you want. For example, I am having, for example, I am having seven components. I am having how many? Seven components. I want to arrange here. Those are buttons. Seven. Tell me, seven can be what? Let us take 3 into 3. Rows are 3, columns are 3. So what happens? First one will be arranged here. Second one, third one is arranged. So 3 only should be there. 3 rows and 3 columns. No. Next, here it is okay. Here it is okay. Next, 6 are completed. Now only one button is there. So only 7 I am having. So these two will be left as it is. So if 10 buttons are there, if I want to add by 3 by 3, how many buttons will be included here? Only 9. So whatever you are specifying here, those many buttons only will be included in your, sorry, those many components only will be included in your container. If less are there, no problem. Empty, remaining space will be empty. If more are there, only number you have specified, those many 3 into 3, how many? 9. Only 9 will be specified here. If 10 are there, only 9 will be included. Okay, right. So what is the space in between among this one? So by default, some space will be given. If you want to set gap, horizontal gap, that means this gap and this gap, you have to go for third type of grid layout constructor. So I will show you one example regarding this grid layout. Right. Now see, here I have taken grid layout. How many buttons I have taken? 9 buttons, and I have added B1, B2, B3, and B4, and so on. By using which layout? Grid layout is a grid layout. So f dot set layout of new grid layout. So, sir, I don't want to set in this way, sir. So I will demonstrate. This is first constructor. This is second constructor. This is third constructor. So I will demonstrate 3 constructors here. So then you can easily understand the concept of grid layout. Okay. So how many buttons we have taken? 1 to 9, I think. Okay, 1 to 9. So which one we are going to use? So I don't know in program which one is there. So I will show you the program also. See, in this way it is going to print it. So which option is selected? Let us see here. Grid layout example. So see here, which one is selected? A grid layout. This one is selected. So what happens here? See, if you see the example, the output of this program. 1 minute. Okay. If you see this output, what happens? In each and every row, on how many columns are there? 3 by 3 are there, because 3 by 3. This indicates in 3 rows are there, 3 columns are there. Okay. Next, space is what? 10 comma 10. So see space. Vertical, horizontal space is 10. Vertical space is 10. Okay. So this is the case. If I am not going to use this one, just I am going to use 3 by 3, then space will not be specified. This much space will not be there. Okay. I will show you that. Okay. Now I have saved that program. Okay, now what happens? You are going to get, oh, sorry, I have not saved, I think. Okay, see. Now see, there is no space between the buttons. By default, this is the vertical and horizontal gaps. So this is the a constructor with 2 parameters. Now I'm not going to take, if I'm not going to take anything here, what happens? So you can observe here. That means first constructor I'm going to use. That means I'm not specifying any rows and columns. Okay. See what happens. In this way, it is going to give. Okay. If you are not going to specify any parameters, that is number of rows and number of columns are not specified here. So in each and every column, one button is going to be arranged. So this is about your grid layout. Now let us see about next one, next layout. Okay, this is about grid layout. Next, card layout. It is somewhat different when compared to other layouts. So before going to explain about this card layout, in the name it says what? Cards. So generally we are having some play cards. Okay, that means playing cards. That means we are having how many in a deck? We are having 52 cards will be there. Okay, like A 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 JQK playing cards. We will call them as a playing cards. While playing the cards, how you are going to arrange card by card? That means what? First you will arrange one card. After that card, you are going to place one more card. After that, you are going to place one more card. In that way, you are going to arrange the cards. In the same way here also, we are going to arrange the components in a card wise. That means what? First one component will be there. After that only next component will be there. After that next component. That means what? At a time, how many component, how many cards are there? First position, how many cards are there? Only one. If I want to go to second position, you have to go to next card. Next third card, next card. That means what? You are going to arrange cards in particular order. If I ask you to show you the card, first card, you will show some number 2, for example. If I ask the next card, you will show 3. If I ask next card, you will show 4. That means you are going to arrange the cards in some order, one by one. In the same way, here also we are going to arrange the cards one by one. At a time, you can see only one card. So see, the card layout class manages the component in such a manner that only one component is visible at a time. It treats each component as a card. That is why it is known as card layout. Okay. Now let us see the constructors here. So here what happens? A card layout with empty parameters. That means what? It is not having any spaces. Here, if you want to specify space, we can also specify the horizontal gap and vertical gap. So here we are having what? Some methods. So these are somewhat easy methods. You can see these methods, no problem. Next means what? Next card. Previous means what? Previous card. First means what? First card. Last means what? Last card it will show. Okay. Anyway, show means it is going to flip the specified card with the given name. That means it is going to specify the particular card. What I am asking for that, it is going to give the corresponding string also. Okay, I will show you the example. So see this example clearly. Okay, so first I will show you what? I will show you the output so that I will show you the program. So if I simultaneously explain the program and if I show the output, you can get the clarity. Now, so what is the program name? Our program name is card layout. Very important. Listen carefully. So here I am using, okay, no problem. I think frame only. So see here, when compared to other examples, here I'm using some names called as J button, J frame, and some other things starting with J. Don't bother about all those things. These are swing classes. Okay, that means in the same way we are having frame. Whatever the frame we are having, in the same way in your swings we are having J frame. Whatever the way we are having button in our AWT, in the same way in swings we are having J button. Don't worry about all those things. When we are discussing about swings, you can understand easily. Okay, for our sake, you think it has a frame, you think it has a just button. Now see, I will explain this program now. See the output. Okay, now see. So you can see the output. So you are going to get something here. I don't know what is it. I will explain now. So where now we have to start from where? Main. Okay, otherwise directly I will open the program. So here you can see that card layout. Okay. See here. I will show you the output also. Right. From main, I will start explaining. So see, Here public static void main is there. Here I am going to create one object of card layout example C1. That means what the C1 is which type? C1 is this type. Okay, card layout example type. It is going to implement what? It is going to extend JFrame and is going to implement some listener. Okay, right. Now some action listener. Now see C1 dot set size. That means C1 is what? So C1 is a card layout example. It extends what? JFrame. That means what? Frame size is what? 400, 400. For visible purpose, I am going to use set visible of true. When I am going to click a close button, it has to be closed. This is about this one. So whenever I am going to call this one, see, new card layout example, there is a constructor. So whenever I'm going to create C1 object, it goes here. See, here we are having what? Some constructor. So now see, very important, listen carefully. C equal to get content pan. Don't worry about this content pan. It is going to give you some content pane. Okay. Okay. You don't worry. This is on pan. Okay. Right. So card equal to new card layout of card means what? Card layout. Now this is a card layout. I'm going to pass 40 comma 30. So that 40 and 30 are nothing but what? Horizontal space and vertical space. So horizontal space and vertical space. Okay. Now C dot set layout of card. That for this C means what? Get pen. That means this is a card. For this, I am going to set a card layout. B1 dot new button. First one is what? Apple. B2, B3. How many buttons I am adding? Apple, boy, and cat. 3 I am adding. For each and every button, I am going to add action listener. Already you know about action listeners. We have seen some examples in our lab session. So C dot add of A. So don't worry about this A. B1. For example, B1. That means what? C means what? Pen. C equal to which type? Container type. That means this pan is going to be added. So otherwise this button is going to be added here. Next B2, next B3. Okay, this is I have added. First one is what? Apple. Next one is what? Boy. Next one is what? Cat. Now what action has to be performed? So see, card means what? Card is which type? Card layout type. Card is card layout type. That means in this layout, next of C, that means in this container, in this get pan, how many are there? 3 are added. One is B1, B2, B3. When I'm going to click on this button, it has to go to next. When I'm going to click on that, it has to go to next. C. When I'm going to click on this one, it is goes to boy. When I'm going to click on boy, it is going to cat. So 3 buttons are completed. Again, if I'm going to click on cat, it has to come to first one. Okay. This is the concept of card layout. So generally, if you understand this concept, it's enough. But I have taken one more example which is somewhat clarity for you, which gives you some clarity. So generally we have to explain this example only, but generally as you will think what in this way only card has to be there. Next, if I click on one card, another card has to be there. If I click on another card, it has to go to another card. Okay, but we can also implement this card layout in different ways also. So I have taken one more example for that. That is what? One Twin Cities example. So just I will say briefly and fastly. So here I am taking list. This list is not belonging to your collection. This list is a one of the component. So how many lists are the TL, GL, ML and AL? For this list I am going to add how many? I can add 4. For GL 4, ML 4 and AL 4. So all this one I have added something here. Okay. So see. All these things I have added. For T1 I have added something, G1 added, ML added, AL added. So C1 is where new card layout, SPC panel. SP is what? One panel which where I am going to set it as a C1. So don't worry, by showing the example you can understand. So anyway, these are the different, this is a different example. If I execute that example, so it is a Twin Cities example, right? Only I want to show you what the difference. Right. Now see, you can observe, see. So this is also a card layout only. First, what we are going to see one card. Okay. Next, when I'm going to click on next button, it is going to next card. Previously, what happens when I click on that button only, we are going to next. Okay. Now what happens? I have placed separate buttons here and separate cards here. Okay. So that when I want to go to first card, if I click first card, it will go to first card. Next card, it will go to next. Previous, if I want to go to previous one, previous. If I want to go to last card, last. So in this way also we can implement card layout. Okay.
బనానా
Right.
తినిపిస్తావా అన్నం తినిపిస్తావా అన్నం తినిపిస్తావా అలా
Please be.
question. అన్నం పెట్టమంటావు బనానా తింటాడా
Hello. Please be in mute.
అదే అడుగుతుంది ఆయన ఇప్పుడే లేచిండు
Hello. Please be in mute.
రాలే కోత వస్తుందన్న రాలే ఏం రాలే పోయి ఎత్తుకొస్తేనే వచ్చింది లోపలికి ఎత్తుకో
Okay. Right. So some people are asking doubts. Okay. Sir, what is panel? Don't worry. We will discuss. It is also one type of container. When we are discussing about applet, you can understand. Sir, in the constructor, if you pass leading, where is the component appear? Okay. Sorry, I can't understand this one because you have asked at 146. Later we will discuss. No problem. Right. This is about your card layout. Now, last one is what? Grid bag layout. It is very important and it is very flexible. See. Now, grid bag layout, very important. Listen carefully. With this, we will end this session. So, grid bag layout class is used to align components vertically and horizontally or along their baseline. As we have seen in the grid layout, in the same way, we are going to arrange the components vertically and horizontally. Next, very important point here you have to observe is the components may not be same size. First thing. Next one. Each grid bag layout object maintains dynamic rectangular grids of cells. Rectangular grids, these are now. Each component occupies one or more cells. So if you see the calculator I have opened, okay, don't worry, I will show you. One or more cells known as display. Each component occupies one or more cells. That means what? If you see the example before I have executed, I have given 9 different type of components. Each and every component is having one display area. So 9 are arranged. So if you see that one, you can understand all are at in some order. But here what happens? If 2 buttons are arranged in first line, if I want to arrange only one button in third line, which covers the area of 2 buttons, I can create. Don't worry, I will show you the example. So each component associates an instance of grid bag constraints. So when we are discussing about grid bag layout, you should understand about grid bag constraints also. Grid bag constraints means what? This class is going to use some constraints for grid bag layout. That means if you want to do anything on the grid bag layout, some constraints are there that are going to be provided by your grid bag constraints. With the help of constraints object, we arrange components displayed on the grid. So the grid bag layout manages each component's minimum preferred sizes. So if whatever the size you want to keep for the buttons, we can keep, or buttons or components we can place here. There is no constraints here. So we are having who is going to support for this grid bag layout? One class is there, that is grid bag constraints. So if you want to, these are all different fields that are available here, and these are all some methods used in our grid bag layout. Directly I'm going to demonstrate the example. So if you see this example, you can get the clarity about what is meant by constraints, what is the use of your grid bag constraints, and what are the constraints we are going to use in that. You can easily observe. So now, so grid bag layout, sorry. Okay, we have to see this one. Right, listen carefully. Somewhat see here. When you see this one, you can observe what it is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons, where this button is very small, this button is somewhat large. When here we are having 2 buttons, but here only the space is covering 2 buttons, space is covered by only 1 button. So don't worry, I will explain in detail about that one now. So listen carefully. Right, now I will keep side by side so that you can get a clear clarity. Right, now see. So I will go to main. So here, okay, here I'm having a main. In that, just I'm going to create what? One line on object, so that this constructor is going to be called. This constructor means here we are having this constructor. So right now, so here we are now. So I'm going to set layout as what? Grid bag layout. Grid means what? Grid bag layout. So I have to create what? One grid bag constraints also. That means what? If you want to keep any type of modifications or some constraints, we have to go for this grid bag constraint compulsory. Okay. Now I'm going to set layout as what? Grid. That means grid means what? Grid bag layout. So now my layout is what? On this frame, J frame, my layout is grid bag layout. And I am going to use grid bag constraints, whatever I want to perform on this container. Some constraints are required, so those are going to be provided by our GBC. GBC means which object? Grid bag constraints. Now listen, I'm going to set title as what? Grid bag layout example, so that here we are going to get a grid bag layout. Sorry, title as this one. Next, grid bag layout equal to new grid bag layout. So here I'm going to get one layout, and here also I'm going to set what? For this one I have set it grid, and here also I have set it both grid bag layout only, no problem. Now listen, so gbc dot fill equal to, so first you have to consider these three. Okay, listen carefully. Now gbc means what? Grid bag constraints type. Here I'm going to use which one? Horizontal. That means what? Horizontal. Okay, now I'm following horizontal, where this 0 indicates horizontal one, x-axis. This y indicates what? Y-axis. Grid y indicates y-axis, grid x indicates x-axis. That means what? First button, that means after specifying these constraints, I'm going to add what? This dot add means what? On this frame only I'm adding new button of button 1. See here, button 1 is added, and I have passed gbc. In gbc, what are the constraints we are having? Horizontal it has to follow. At position, which position? 0 axis and 0 x-axis and 0 y-axis. That means first 0 0 here it is going to be placed. Okay, right. Next one, from here it is completed. All these three constraints are for this one. Now I'm going to place some other constraint, so I am following this constraint only. See, first gbc is having fill which type? Horizontal way. So I am filling horizontal way, where I have to place first one 0 comma 0. So first it is placed here. Next one, here for this button I am following this one. So x-axis is what? 1. Okay, vertically what? In this line only 0. So see, 1 and 0 here it is going to printed. So button 2. Now, so here this all things are belonging to this line, these two buttons only. Now again I want to place horizontal only. Okay, same horizontal fill only I want. Now see, ipad means size I am going to change. Button size is what now? 20. Before it is by default 10, it has taken 10, but now by intentionally I am placing what? 20. 20, where gbc x-axis is 0, x-axis is 0, and first location y-axis is what? See, this is what? X-axis. So all these x-axis are what? 0 0 0. All these are at one line, but vertically this is at one position, this is at one position, this is at one position. So 0 at one position, that means this is in one position. What I have to place? Button 3 gbc. So gbc means what? Gbc follows ipad as 20. So here size is what? 20 of for this button. So this is completed. Next, here also I am passing what? Horizontal only I am using 1 1. So this is 1 and this is 1. So here what I am placing? Button 4. Now here a row is completed. Two buttons are inserted. Next one, what I am placing? 0 2. 0 2. 0 2 means what? Again I am using this one. That means you can write here horizontal, or this horizontal can be placed here also, no problem. 0 2. 0 means here, 2 means what? 0 1 2. Okay, this one I am placing. But see, x-axis y-axis 0 2, and grid width is what? 2. Grid width is what? 2. That means here two buttons are covered. Whatever the button you are going to insert, that is button 5, should be of width how much? 2. So here this is going to be placed. ipad here how much I have set? 20. So whatever these buttons I am creating down, that means here everything is going to be 20. So it is button 5 is also taking what? 20 as ipad. So here main thing you have to observe is what? In this grid bag layout, the button size can be vary, the button width and height can be vary. Okay, And spaces, if you want to specify spaces, we can specify. Every constraint is going to be present in where grid bag constraints class. So whenever you are going to create grid bag layout, compulsory the constraint should be taken from your grid bag constraint class. So this is about your grid bag layout. Okay, very important, and it's very easy also, very flexible. So if you see grid bag, what happens? There we are having every button in same size. Whatever the rows we are going to give, how many number of columns you are going to give, in those many rows and those many columns it is going to print. But here, each and every individual button is going to be modified on our own way. Okay, so these are about our layout managers in our AWT class. We have not discussed all the classes. Okay,